Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we have race breakdown 8 today. Race breakdown 8. We have Thomasm09 today, again, back with another video. We got another good race breakdown for you guys. I got some really good clips today. Not today. I got this race yesterday, but overall, this was a very great race. Well, not this one, honestly. This wasn't my hottest race, but I got a couple of them. It's going to be a longer video today, so I hope you guys stick around for the long form video. I'm going to be shortening it up and posting clips of the video in my shorts, as you guys already know, as I'm starting to do that as well. But I'm going to start doing that and posting the short clips there. But for the full race breakdown, I'm going to be breaking down every move, everything, man. Like everything that I deem necessary that you guys should know. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to driving style, driving techniques, catching up, all that stuff. I will say this with a disclaimer. Take my words with a grain of salt, because as you guys already know, I'm in the grand scheme of things, I ain't no guru pro or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the road to that when it comes to really learning all the real techniques. But that's when I really apply that more to simulation. But when it comes to this game, techniques are still there, but you can apply them a little less. Now, as I'm coming up on this ramp, I am going to overshoot it. Do not overshoot this ramp. When approaching that ramp, I would recommend break it as early as possible. As soon as you see the ramp, start slowing down. I would recommend. You know what I'm saying? This race is going to be an example of pretty much what not to do, honestly, and just, you know what I'm saying? Watch out for the bots. I want you guys to look at the way I slide around this corner and point my car for that angle. I'm going to point it at the tree. I'm sliding, I'm drifting, and then I'm going to snap back, twist back, and I'm going to aim right there. That part of this track I feel like is underrated, and nobody really talks about that. And I believe that's like one of the best ways to go about that corner right there. Comment if you think that it's faster to do it another way. I am curious, but that's what I personally think. Now, surprisingly enough, I haven't even touched into it, but the way the reason why I set it up like that is because it's for the baseline technique that I use, which is where you go wide like here, and then you cut in sharp like that, where you cut in on the innermost deep of the corner, the innermost part of the corner. You know what I'm saying? Cut in on that part, but make sure you go wide first. My best advice to learning this is to, one, practice and doing the work. That's always the best option. Always do the work. Always practice. Second is honestly watching YouTube videos based on payback driving, like mine, for example. You know what I'm saying? I have good videos on that. If you watch my driving videos, you'll see how I drive, and you'll be able to get a baseline on how it works just from there. And then you can incorporate it into your own work and try to make it work for yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard, to be honest. In the grand scheme of things, it's not really that hard. I believe anybody can drive. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can be able to do this. Now, I'm going to explode my car. Thomas is going to come around the bend because I hit the ramp. I had a damaged out car. I wasn't surprised, but I was going to keep pushing. I hit the tree like an idiot. I don't know what was going on here. I was being stupid and a little bit desperate. You know, it unfortunately happens to the best of us, you know. So I'm not really worried about it. It's all good. Crashed. Now, it is the 5th lap, so my chances of catching up are very, 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 very slim. Like, extremely slim. And I say that because I'm racing Thomas. Now, if I was racing like a random player, I probably would have caught up. I ain't gonna lie. I would 9 times out of 10 would have probably caught up. But if I wanted to win this race, which if I was to do that, I would have not needed to not crash and stay competitive the whole race. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it would have been. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? We have more races. We're going to keep going. I'm going to turn my graphic quality down because we had a conversation and it was mentioned that it was very laggy. Very laggy. And I'm going to show you guys the race. We had a Lambo race. I'll touch on that when we get to it. But I want you guys to see how I go up the middle here. What this does, it's actually a form of defense. And what this does is it makes your opponent it gives them 2 choices, either to counter and cut on the inside or stay where they are and stay on the outside and take the slower line. Now, Thomas is going to cut back to the inside because I do go a little wide. I didn't perform it properly, so he is going to be able to snake up a little bit And as you can see, I stay in the middle. I am going to make my turn here and take the inside and then float to the outside here to get a little bit of speed advantage. It's all in the line, guys. It's all in the line. I'm not using no brakes. And also, if you haven't noticed, no braking is also a technique, guys, where you just slow down. You let off the gas. You let the car slow down. And then you just take the corner. You guys are going to see in these corners that I take, especially this next one, I believe. This next one, if I remember right, I don't do it with no brakes. Yep, look. I don't do it with no brakes. All you got to do is just glide through the corner, guys. Glide through the corner. That's the way that I think is fast through that turn, especially for dual racing. Now, for time trials, it's different. Time trials, you're going to want to utilize your brakes more. Now, as we're going, I'm going to collide with the rock, guys. I'm going to collide with the rock. Now, it slows me down a bit, but I'm not too worried. I'm actually content with being in second place because here, let me tell you something. Races like these are tactical because if you really think about them, it's strategic. You got to really make your own strategies to win a race like this. Now, I'm about to explain. Thomas is faster than me. Thomas has better time trial lines and has better times than me, right? Now, in our dual race, it's starting to shape up to be the same way. I'm not going to lie to you. Keeping up with this guy is not easy. So now we have that knowledge. We got to come up with a strategy to be able to counter that. Now, how do we counter that? Here's what my idea is. To race someone faster than you like Thomas, I believe that I got to play mind games in a way. And how I'm going to do that is, one, apply pressure, and two, not have a dogfight. Because if I keep trying to take first place back, then he's just going to keep coming back with counters every time. You guys have seen that in the last video that we had. You know, I couldn't outrun him and he couldn't outrun me. It was kind of a back and forth thing. So with that knowledge, that means I have to start using techniques such as like Simulation 3. Simulation 3 is where you hang back and then you wait for the right move to overtake. That's from Initial D, if anybody's ever watched. Adrian, also shout out to you for putting me onto that technique. You know what I'm saying? All right, so with that knowledge, guys, gives us another way to make this race even more competitive. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I find my fun in the game. You know what I'm saying? I find this very fun and tactical and interesting, that I'm able to still find a way to keep fighting. You know what I'm saying? Now that my raw speed and skill, it won't save me no more. You know what I'm saying? Because when I entered this game years ago, I ain't gonna lie, after like I was trading with Adrian, especially, I could just enter a race and it'd be over. It honestly would be over. Not most drivers, obviously. I had a lot of challenges. Now, I want you guys to pay attention closely to this lap, as it is so crucial. I'm going to perform a Fernando Alonso-ass overtake, I ain't gonna lie, on the outside. Now, this move I'm going to set up, I want you guys to pay close attention. Two things. We know there's a long straight at the end. Two, we know that there's slipstream. Let's use that to our advantage. So I'm going to set up a bait here. I call this the bait. Adrian is guilty as fuck for using this against me, and that's where I learned this from. Shout out to you, Adrian. But I'm going to go wide as fuck here. Now, this is going to make Thomas want to overtake me and think, okay, let me go and make this overtake. And honestly, also, he was right there. He probably wasn't thinking much of it, too. But me, I'm over here thinking like, okay, yo, if I wait and he goes ahead, that gives me another way to fight at the end, because he's going to pass me at the end regardless. He would have passed me if I stayed ahead. So by me moving out here, it's very risky. Yes, I could have very well thrown the race. But if I stayed on my P's and Q's like I am, I would stay on his ass like this. Now, as we're going to come into the final straight, I'm going to gain the slipstream needed. I get right up there. I'm going to take the jump. I'm going to give it everything I got. I got to slow down this footage so we can really see. Now, it looks like it looks like a tie, but I feel like maybe I just had a slight edge. Maybe a slight edge that got the win. Now, I ain't going to lie. I have another race too. It was a 10-lap race for me and Thomas. I'm going to post that. I'm going to post that soon because this video is long as hell. I wanted to make sure that I got you guys a race breakdown for today, and you guys definitely will get one in the next coming days, most definitely. I hope you guys have a good day. I'll catch you guys in the next one.